is Renika Shedora. I messed up my own name.
You're good.
Hi, my name is Renika Shedora, and I'm an artist. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today, I'm interviewing a mutual of mine, a creative and fashion designer, an all-rounder, if you will, by the name of Mia Cree. Introduce yourself.
Hi everybody. My name is Mia Cree. I'm a fashion designer and poet and creative on the west side of Chicago, from the west side of Chicago. I met Renika through a mutual friend of ours, and we're here.
Yeah. So I got some questions for her. You're going to get to know more about her in the fashion design world and some upcoming projects she has in store for you guys.
Yes.
So first question, what got you into fashion designing and sewing?
What got me into fashion designing, creating, and sewing, I've always had an affinity to expressing myself creatively through my clothing. I've always been eccentric when it comes to throwing that shit on. Like, I was always like the weird outgoing girl. Like, I remember for picture day, my mom was like, oh, this girl, because I wanted to sport a colorful tutu and my afro. Like, I was always very, very like expressive through clothing, and I've always wanted to make clothes. I remember my most early project. I was about 6 or 7. We went trick-or-treating on the west side. We went trick-or-treating on the west side of Chicago. I didn't have a costume. So what I did, I cut out holes in a pink blanket that we had, and I made my own costume. I was Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. Looking back, it was probably terrible. The women of the neighborhood, they were so kind. They were like, oh my God, and what are you supposed to be, sweetie? Like, yeah, I'm Princess Bubblegum. You don't know, nobody knows that shit. You wouldn't know. It was like one of my first like hands-on creative projects, and just from there, I'm like, oh my God, I want to do this forever. Like, I am so expressive through my sewing and just my craft. So from there, I started sketching designs and just like being able to, my creative freedom, do whatever I want in my designs, whatever I want to encompass, whatever I want to embody. Like, that's always been attractive to me. That's always been meaningful to me.
Right.
So I just been from there. I like started at 11. I like started making sketches, and then I had my first sewing job, my first job ever, After School Matters. It's a Chicago nonprofit for children, youth, teenagers up through 22. I want to say 24. One of those. And yeah, and you get paid to like just do your creative shit. And that was like my first job.
That's awesome. I love that like Chicago has shown like support for you, even from a young age.
Yeah.
And also, when creating that project, is your mom ever like be like, girl, what are you doing? Or it makes sense?
All the time. My mom, very judgmental. I love you to pieces, Mom. I love that woman to pieces, but she was a very judgmental but supportive person growing up. She'd be like, girl, are you sure? Her favorite question to me was always, are you sure, Mimi? Are you sure? Yes, I want to go to school in a tutu on picture day. Yes. Yeah. I want to make my own Halloween costume and wear it. I want to do this, I want to do that. But yeah, she's very supportive, but she's like side-eyeing me a little bit, but she let me do what I wanted to do, what I needed to do, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I do love that you still have kept your determination to do what you want and express yourself, because I find also, especially like as a Black girl, you already know the world's gonna be like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Right.
I get it, what can I do? But I love that you're like, you know what, I'm gonna express myself, especially with fashion and art. And you just see how much that is ingrained, like especially when it comes to Black culture, how much our art just, how do I say it, just creates upon creates, and how people can try to recreate it, but you can't do it without the Black people. You really can't. And so do you have any like role models when it comes to fashion, or not even fashion, like role models you see that have expressed express themselves and made you want to do the same?
This is controversial, but Dennis Rodman is very inspirational to me. He is so confident in his masculinity that like him showing up in a feminine way, like people having the speculations of his sexuality didn't do nothing for him. Like, this is just what I like to throw on. This is just my personality. This is what I'm doing. So Dennis Rodman is a inspiration to me. Hmm. Any Virgo, Zendaya, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Beyonce, just seeing like their success, like I'm destined for success. Like as a Virgo, fellow Virgo myself, like I'm gonna be successful. So I already am successful. And I'm
Yes.
gonna continue to grow and be even more successful. Um, and just like seeing how hard my dad and my grandpa and my mom, just watching how hard they work to get to where they need to be is just very inspirational for me. Like I I like to reap the benefits of my hard work. So I put the work in, and I'm blessed to be able to put that hard work into something I'm passionate about. Like it's like, of course I got to work my job, but also in the same breath, like I have the time to pour into my creative outlet. So just like being grateful for them while also looking up to them and respecting them is like very inspirational for me.
I love that. I love hearing about how community has influenced you, not only to work hard, but also, like you said, for yourself. And that's why I think community can also help us discover like what makes us all so individually unique and different. And it's just, I love that you mentioned like reaping the benefits of your own hard work, because I hear a lot of times with community, especially in Black people, of like you got to do stuff for other people to uplift other Black girls, which I think is important and very much needed, especially in the climate we're in now. But I think it's also important to me, like, hey, I need to do something for me as well. Like, if I'm putting in the time and energy, I need some energy
Pour
to
it back
be.
into me.
Yes.
Like I was just talking with my friend last night. Like we get so caught up in helping others and building up others, and it's like when it's time for us, like we kind of tend to fall short. I don't know if this resonates with you, but
For sure.
Asking for help was very hard for me. But let somebody ask me for help, I'm extending that help graciously. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, pull me, you need me, but also having that balance. Help yourself too while you're helping others. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I can think of all the countless times I've helped other people, but if I was a whole nother person, if I had to look myself in the eye and think of the times I've helped myself, it'd be like, dog, like I need to do more for myself as well. And also when it comes to role models, I'm glad you brought up music influence, because you're the host and founder of Dissecting This Discography. What you don't know is just like it's a monthly thing that Mia hosts, where she picks a record from her collection, and we, at least people, get around and discuss the music on the website. It's on the website specifically.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing. So one, tell me what like made you start that and how like music has impacted you.
So a goal of mine this year was like really to be grateful and build community. It's just like, how was I gonna do that? And my best friend, unintentionally, Kelsey, shout out Kelsey, I love you. She unintentionally, she like sent me this post on Instagram, like imagine a book club, but instead of like we pick a book at the beginning of the month, we pick a album and we get together and talk about the album as if it were a book club style. So I was like, I'm actually gonna do that. I've been wanting to build community. I'm always outside. What's another way I could take it to the next level? So I did. I just was like reaching out to different hosts or cafes or places in Chicago that would love to host me. I found New Sound Cafe on the west side. I found a couple of places on the west side or throughout the city, but New Sound Cafe being newer and on the west side, home to me, I'm like, this is the perfect spot to host this. And yeah, I've been hosting them every month, getting the community together. We talk about the album. Our next one is gonna be Kanye, and Chicagoans go hard for Kanye, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, it's just been a good turnout, a good thing, a good space that I'm cultivating for others. And I just love to work a room. Very outgoing. I'm a social butterfly to the max, and I love to see others connect with each other and work that room as well. So, no.
That's what's up. Because it's such like a community space, like community based space, did you kind of find it intimidating when reaching out to people about this space you're holding?
I wouldn't say intimidated. I was just like nervous a little, like, oh, I need to find a spot. Like, hopefully they get the vision, like they understand where I'm coming from, why I need it. But it was easier than I thought it would be. They just was like, yeah, we'd love to have you. It was just more so too because it's music playing. A couple of the cafes, well, New Sound too, was just like we'd have to turn our music down to play that. So it's like all of those factors that go into it, and like how loud we can be, especially like with it becoming more of a popular event and more people coming to it. So it's like, ooh, we gotta keep it quiet. So that's why this time as we expand and as I keep going, I'm like looking into other bigger spaces to host this. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was intimidated, just more so nervous because it's like my first time doing it was my first time doing something like that to that extent. Hosting an event, like, whoa.
Yeah. And it's, and when you say you can work a room, she definitely can work a room because the questions you ask, I love how not only is it about the music itself, but you're asking how the music makes us feel, what we can learn from, what is the author saying, what are our different interpretations of it, and also how it relates to Chicago, especially on the West Side. And I really love how you asked about like, like how people have different perceptions, how artists have to deal with people's perceptions of them, and then you talk about how people have to deal with perceptions of the West Side. And speaking of, I want to ask, do you find that other people's perceptions of the West Side has affected you creatively? Like, has it affected how, like, oh, I want to make this type of clothes to represent the West Side, or is like, I gotta show people this is what the West Side is about in a way, and in other ways too.
Absolutely. Especially like growing up, I'm hearing even from the people that raised me, all four of my grandparents, my parents, and me, we're all from the West Side. But like, I just always like heard such negative things about it. Even my mom today, like, oh my God, you need to be careful. Like, what am I being careful for? It's a beautiful community. It's just as beautiful, if not even more beautiful, as the South Side. Like, why are we looking at this community in this space in such a negative light? So, like, yes, growing up, I would definitely create and pivot in a ways like I need to get away from here instead of embracing it, which, I don't regret because I came back and I fell in love with the West Side, fell back in love and saw the beauty in it. And I put myself in the community like I was when I was younger, but I'm like not as paranoid about it. I'm intentionally going out, I'm volunteering, I'm helping. So now as I'm older, my creative focus has shifted. Like, I need to get away from this and bring it back, but no, I need to build with this and take it with me to the top. And as I move on or move forward, I'm going to always have the West Side in my corner and pour into them, even if I'm in New York, in Seattle, abroad. It doesn't matter. The West Side is always community, it's always home to me. It's always going to be there. So yeah, like when I'm creating, I definitely take into account where I'm coming from, where I'm from. Always like, how can I tie my roots into my art?
See, I love that. I'm from the South of Mississippi, and people have their perceptions of that. And I've seen like heard of celebrities. I was like, oh, I didn't know so and so from the South. Usually they quote some other place they grew up. And also not only growing up in the South, but also just like as a Black woman in the area where people deem as dangerous, there's definitely that thought of like, oh, I need to show how I'm better than this, how I've risen above, how I don't think about where I come from. And it's like, no, why can't people?
It's a part of the story.
Exactly.
It shaped who you are today. If not, like it should be highlighted, honestly.
Exactly. It's an important part of my history, part important part of who I am. And I think about that too, of like, how can I embrace where I come from, show the truth behind it, don't hide it, but also show like the whole truth, not just what people think. Like, yes, you can say this about it, but you also don't know this, like the culture and the things have come from it. And I also can see, like, when people, like, for example, the West Side, they talk about it, some people try to use it for street cred or something, but it's also like, think about all the culture that's come from it. Like, you yourself, you say you're a poet, and it's like, think of all the beautiful things that have come from the West Side. And also, it's just like, you can say that about any area. Like, there, you can find bad in any area.
That part specifically, there's danger everywhere. River North is gonna be dangerous. Wicker Park, like, it's danger everywhere. Up north can be just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than the West Side, because it's just like super populous and such more foot traffic up there. It's just not as highlighted as it is on the West Side or the South Side, because it's not predominantly Black and brown spaces. It's because I come from a Black community. Any crime that happens over there is like, spotlight, spotlight, spotlight. But what about the white person that just shot that man in River North? Like, we're not hearing about that as often as we're hearing about the crime that takes place in these predominantly Black and brown spaces. And that's why too, I'm just like, we need to stop looking at our communities in a negative light too, because that's just, it opens up room for us to be scattered about. Like, we need to stick together, if anything, stick together and build each other up, instead of losing the craft and integrate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with integration, but also like gatekeeping the art. Like, how are we gonna gatekeep our culture and our community if we're like moving into white spaces and having them take over and appropriate what we've created? Like, I think it's so important to honor and hold that close to us, like, keep it within us instead of being afraid from it and running from it. And now everybody biting off our shit. Like, now you look up, the West Side is gentrified because it wasn't really bad to begin with. Like,
yeah. And it goes to shows of how, like, we as Black people can see the good in something, but it won't be acknowledged until someone who is not Black sees that good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like, why can't you just listen to me in the first place? Why do you have to be like, no, I got to see it for myself? I already told you, like, here it is. You'd be like, I don't believe you.
Right. But a white man come and say the same thing. Like I'm seeing a lot of an influx of white people on the West Side. I'm like, let's not start that. Let's not start what y'all did to the South Side, Hyde Park. Like, it's like you said, it's only when it's highlighted by by that race that it's just like, oh, maybe we should all start businesses here. Maybe like, why wouldn't you do it with your people? That's like the better way to go about it. But hey, I digress.
Yeah, especially is when that comes from like a Black woman, expected to grow everyone else, challenge them, and then just be okay with being disregarded in that aspect. It's just like, and I'm just supposed to put up with it.
Right.
And it also just goes to show why there is such a need for Black people to not only embrace their Blackness, but especially through like their art. Like, especially with your spoken word, that you do with other creatives we've seen, whether it's music, whether it be painting. Just also, I love that, just seeing many Black people express themselves in many ways they can.
Multifaceted, man.
Yeah.
Like through fashion design, hair, even hair is art. Painting, like you said, spoken word, historical analysis, just like in any way, it's all important, all of it.
Yeah. And I had another thing to ask about
Absolutely.
the music thing. It's kind of like what came first, like the egg or the chicken. What do you think, like, do you think music has impacted your style more so, or do you think your style, like your fashion, impacted the music you listen to?
Music has impacted my style for sure, but like it's like a ping pong now as I get older. Cause growing up, I listened to a lot of neo soul, everything under the sun, really, like from rock to indie to neo soul to jazz to rap to hip hop, like everything. So like with that being a part of my makeup, it had an influence of how I dressed. But then, like as I started branching out into my own musical world and seeing like what I like, I'm like, I want to dress catering to like towards that. Like my favorite genre of music is underground hip hop. So I like try to embody that in my style. Or like neo soul. I definitely dress up in an earthy, whimsical way, and I love indie music too. That's what my whimsy comes up to. And jazz, like the rush and the feeling and the thrill, like that's where all those colors come in. So it's like a ping pong back and forth, like the chicken or the egg dilemma. That's what it is with the is it influenced by music or is the music influenced by fashion? Like it's just a little back and forth between them. I'm not gonna lie.
I love that. Like, oh, I love hearing about your journey of like one how music impacted, and it shows like how important music is. Not just like when people talk about the importance of music, I think people can talk about like, oh yeah, it can influence you to do good, like community based stuff, which is great. But I think what can also be forgotten is just like how it can help you just individually, just remind you to express yourself, or kind of like you said, ping ponging back. It's just like, or it's just like as you discover more you're about yourself, you're willing to discover more music that is out there. And I found that too of like, as I've gotten older, like I've always wanted to discover more music, but I've never had time to just sit down and relax. But I'm like, I gotta put myself out there, which is why I'm grateful for your dissecting the discography, because like I've been wanting to get into Erykah Badu for a while. So hearing her album, specifically the album you chose, I was like, oh, like I still listen to like the hump.
It's like a perfect segue into her discography. Like that album specifically, it encompasses elements of her past, the present, and the future. So New America Part 1 was a good pick. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. Also, for those who don't know, I am secretly into a fashion. I say secretly because
I just found this out today. Like what?
Literally, we were talking about it in the car. So, what advice do you have for people who want to get into sewing, specifically who is like my age, or like getting back into sewing?
You gotta be patient, man. Yeah. You gotta be real patient. I can be overzealous sometimes. So I'm like, I need to get this done. Get down the logistics and like the smaller thing, like the intricacies of sewing, because like you want to do quality before quantity. Like I get it, you want to push out, but no, make sure you got the sewing details down. You know how to sew on a button and it's crisp. You know how to sew a seam and it's a straight line. It's not pivot. Like make sure you get those minuscule details down before you start moving up and like wanting to produce a larger amount of clothes. That's my, like, you just gotta be really patient when it comes to sewing. Like your machine will jam. It's gonna piss you the fuck off. But it's okay because you'll fix it. You just get right back into it. And don't feel like you have to be inspired all the time. Sometimes it's just not there. And that's okay. Go outside. Look for that. Draw inspiration from just being outside, reading magazines, reading books, anything of that nature. And yeah, just let it flow. Let your creativity flow. Like don't like harp on that. And Pinterest is a good thing too. It's really, really helpful for fashion design and just fashion history. It's very helpful. But yeah, just having patience with it all. Quality over quantity, for sure.
I love that, especially as a visual artist myself. A lot of times I can get in the habit of like, oh, I want to create something that will sell, that will get popular, but I'm not inspired. So it's like, wait a minute, I need to take a step back, and I need just think for me right now and just make sure I'm getting in like the details, make sure I'm working on my craft and growing first before I start pushing myself to do more. So, and also with that, what encouragement do you have for little Black girls who want to get more into fashion, or who have been specifically told like you should lean more into this aesthetic, so to speak?
No, express yourself freely. Okay, express your whatever feels comfortable to you. I don't care how loud it is, how quiet it is. Express yourself in the way that feels as in line with you and who you are. Like, I was bullied for a couple of my eccentric choices, but that's who I am today. Like, it's a part of my makeup, it's a part of my being. Always, always, always express yourself freely. Don't think about what the next person is wearing. Don't think about what the next person is saying. Express yourself the way that is true to you, and always be yourself too. You don't got to follow the trends. Make the trend, actually, because there's so many influential like figures today, like, who were labeled weird, but like a lot of people hopped on that weird thing that they did, and they start to wear that, and now it's like a trend. Now you got to pivot. Like Andre 3000, when he first started out wearing dresses and shit, they was like, this man wearing a dress, but why is it cool when Harry Styles does it? Like, no, 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 no. But yes, always express yourself. You never know who you're gonna inspire, and you never know like where it'll take you. You never know who's gonna notice.
Yeah, that's true. And then I have two more questions.
Okay.
But one question I really want to ask is, I see that a lot of times you surround yourself with a lot of creatives. Like most of the people so you connect with, like in person or online, like they are creative in some way. How do you think being friends with other creatives has shaped you?
My thing is, you definitely are who you surround yourself with. If I want to be a creative and I want to be successful in the creative field, I need to be around other people who want to be creative and be successful in that field as well. I can't be around people with no ambitions or goals. I can't, because that'll keep you stagnant. You really are who you surround yourself with. So, but yes, I love being surrounded by creatives, just because like they help me see new perspectives on how to excel in my creative career that I didn't see before. They give me inspiration. I draw inspiration from them. They draw inspiration from me. It's like a give and take type of vibe. And fostering that community in general. Like, I just love to support other creative beings just because I'm passionate about it. And they open up spaces that I've never been to. Like, wow, I didn't even know this was a thing in Chicago. Actually, like, thank you. Now I'm gonna start going to this, and I'm start brushing elbows with other creatives. Like, but yeah, I love being surrounded by creatives, because we all just trying to make it in some way, make it to the top in some way. So might as well do it together.
Yeah. And being creative, I feel like it's in our blood. We have to let it out.
Blueprint, for real.
For real. It's in our blood, and we have to do something with it. And I also love that, like, when I came to Chicago, I was like, I just want to be around creatives in some shape or form. And from you, I learned of like all the different spaces, like one of the restaurants on the west side. Now I know to go to Penelope's Vegan Taqueria and New Sound Cafe, or just looking around. I remember, like, as I was going to the dissecting discography, just seeing all the different art, different buildings, or just seeing people helping each other out, on the website. And it's just showing you, like, again, being open to being friends with creators, because you can still learn like so much from each other, of how to open your mind to newer things. Like, even the subjects you thought you knew is like, actually, here's one more thing I think you should know about. So so thank you so much, I guess, for taking the time finally to just like have a conversation with me about your journey.
Thank you for having me. My bad. I delayed the conversation.
No, she didn't, bro. I've been procrastinating like heck. But so tell us about any upcoming events and projects you got going on.
Yes,
a little spill.
Yes,
Tell us all the details you can tell.
Yes. First, next Saturday, August 15th, dissecting the discography. We are listening to Late Registration by Kanye West on the west side of Chicago from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's gonna be great. I'm making handmade bracelets with my friends. Renika's hands are gonna touch these bracelets, so it's even more special. With the bear charms. And then I have those every month, but my big thing that I'm doing this year, I'm always doing big things, but one of my most notable and favorite things, I'm dropping my first solo collection, independent collection.
Let's go.
It's going to be a 6-piece collection, 30 pieces total of garments, and that'll be in the October-November part of the year. So yeah, that's what I got coming up.
Yeah.
And an apartment move, so y'all might get a little tour from me, maybe.
Ooh.
Stay tuned.
Yes, I know we definitely be dropping Mia's socials. Yeah, for sure. So go follow her. Check out what she's about, bro. Yeah. So
Thank you so much for having me.
Any last thoughts or comments before?
Y'all stay creative, stay beautiful, stay black. If you're not black, I'm sorry to you.
Sorry. Hate to break it to you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for other videos. As always, have a good morning, have a good day, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.